Quiz about the human body. It gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. What does anosmia mean? Lack of smell. What organ stores bile? The gallbladder. What's the medical term for white blood cells? Leukocytes. What hormone raises blood sugar? Glucagon. What is the principal muscle of respiration? The diaphragm. What tube transports urine from the kidney to the bladder? The ureters. What's the most common sexually transmitted disease worldwide? HPV. What are you afraid of if you have trypanophobia? A fear of needles. Where in the body can you find the pip joint? In the finger, the proximal interphalangeal joint. And last question, what cranial nerve controls sensation of the face? The fifth one, trigeminal nerve. Quiz about the human body. It gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. Pneumonia is the inflammation of what body part? The lungs. What is considered normal body temperature? Roughly 37 degrees. What do you have if you have hypoglycemia? Low blood sugar. What's the name of the bone that separates the two nasal passages? Vomer. What kind of collagen is present in bone? Type 1. Where in the body can you find the corrugator supercilii? Right here, the wrinkler of eyebrows. What kind of joint is the elbow joint? A hinge joint. Where in the body is ADH or vasopressin produced? In the hypothalamus. What kind of skin cancer is the most common? Basal cell carcinoma. And last question, what's the name of the disease where the body's immune system destroys the myelin around nerve axons? Multiple sclerosis. Quiz about the human body. It gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. What's the name of the vessels that carry deoxygenated blood to our heart? Veins. What do you have if you have hypertension? High blood pressure. What's the active substance in EpiPens? Epinephrine or adrenaline. What's the medical term for platelets? Thrombocytes. Vasculitis is the inflammation of what body structure? Our vessels. Which organ has the greatest regenerative capacity? Our liver. What is this muscle called? The mentalis. Where in the body can you find the zygomatic arch? It's our cheekbone. Carpal tunnel syndrome is caused by the compression of what nerve? The median nerve. Last question, which cranial nerve has the longest intercranial course? The fourth one, trochlear nerve. Quiz about the human body. It gets harder for every question. Duet and blind react. What part of our cell contains the DNA? The nucleus. Of all of the types of cell, which one is the longest? The nerve cell. Umbilicus is another name for what? The belly button. If you have cholecystitis, what organ is affected? The gallbladder. What's the name of the structure connecting the two brain hemispheres? The corpus callosum. What are the most common liver function tests? ALT and AST. What is the outermost meningeal layer called? The dura mater. What is the most common bacterial cause of chronic gastritis? Helicobacter pylori. What sinus lies on each side of the pituitary gland? The cavernous sinus. And last question, the mandible develops from what pharyngeal arch? The first one.